It must be a nice feeling to be here and knowing these people are going crazy for you and people at home are excited about seeing you. That must be quite a good feeling.
Well, it's an unbelievable feeling. I was here in England for 6 years, and I respect English people a lot because they are very polite and they respect... serious.
That felt like a warning.
No, but it's true. The timing that I spent here, the people treat me unbelievable. I'm never going to forget that. So this is why I say, and I'm going to repeat, English people, they are polite for me because they respect.
Yeah. That's nice to hear. And I think we're proud of that as well. We are proud of it. Thank you. So let's talk about the Ballon d'Or. The Ballon d'Or is FIFA's kind of idea of who is the best overall footballer this last year.
Yeah.
You have won it 3 times. Messi has won it 4 times. So you hold that at the moment. And we're coming up in January, I think. They will announce who has it for
January,
next year.
yeah.
And obviously you would like it to be you.
We'll be in.
You know what? If I had have known Sepp Blatter was coming, I would have prepared him to keep him out. So, what are your estimation of how it might go, and what are your feelings about the result either way?
To be honest, I think you're going to win. Messi going to win this year.
Yeah, but you know, it's FIFA. Just... you know what I'm saying? How do you get on with Lionel Messi now? I heard you say that you're a little bit closer, you're a bit more relaxed together. You used to see him just as a rival, now you see him more as a human being.
I don't have rivals, We have a normal relationship. We share this stage there in FIFA 8 years.
Yeah.
No one's did that in the past. It's only us. Yeah. So it's good. I have a good relationship with him. He played for one club, I play for another club. He won the best for him, I won the best for me. So it's normal. We have a good relationship. You know, we are not home friends, but you know, we respect each other.
That looks like a very good relationship, right there. What is he wearing?
And the press asks you, will you win? And you go, well, yeah, you know, we hope we're going to win. And then the headline the next day is, we're going to win the World Cup. And then when you get sent home after 3 or 4 games, you know, it gets thrown in your face. So I have to say, I think if people do ask the question, it's very good to kind of keep it low. I think we've got a good team, we've got chances, but we keep it...
So actually, having slightly lower expectations is better for you guys going out there?
I think so, because you know what, actually, just talking about it all the time actually means nothing. And I think the lads showed by playing, getting the results is what all that matters.
Let's talk about the new manager.
Yes.
OK, because we have, and not everyone knows this perhaps, but Harry Redknapp, who's here this evening, is your uncle.
Yes.
He's in the green room right now. He's managed you in the past. You've played for him on teams he's managed.
I came through, yeah, basically Harry brought me through at West Ham many years ago now.
So when they were looking for the manager, it seemed to me, everyone seemed to think Harry was going to get the job. Were you excited about the thought of working with him again in that capacity?
Anyone who works with family will tell you the same thing. Father, sons, uncles, nephews and that stuff, and it brings up a lot of complications, probably. And we had a few at West Ham when we were younger, and there would have been a major one with Harry getting the job, probably with us, because the minute you're in a team with another manager is fine. When it's your uncle that's picking you, then, you know, people say, because your uncle's manager.
People think it's preferential treatment.
They do. And not to say Harry wouldn't have been a great England manager. I believe he would have been. But, yeah, certainly on a personal note, it would have been difficult. Listen, we would have got on with it, and I would have tried to play my best and see if I got picked.
And on the other side of the coin, would Roy Hodgson... Roy, let me correct that, pronounce that properly, because I was trying so hard to get the R in Roy that I messed up. And I don't know why I bothered, because he doesn't put the effort in. OK, so... would Roy Hodgson make a good uncle?
He actually would. Roy is actually a very, very nice bloke, generally, and that's always the thing with managers. You see all the match things and the training ground thing, but I always judge a person first on how they are as a bloke, whether you can talk to them, especially as I've got older, you talk more on a level, and he is a very, very nice bloke, so he would make a great uncle.
In May, when you walked out for the last time, and you knew this was your last time as a professional on the pitch, talk me through that. How did that feel?
I thought I would be able to control it. I really thought that I would be able to, you know, get through... I'm welling up now, but I really thought that I would be able to get through the whole game without pouring my heart out onto the pitch, which I really didn't want to do. I didn't want to be that person that walks off in, you know, obviously there'd be a tear or two, but not the way I did, and I didn't think I would do that, but I couldn't control it. You know, I was short of breath. I just really couldn't control it.
But I imagine if you are choked up emotionally and possibly have tears in your eyes, that can't make it easy to play.
No, I actually lost one of my runners on the goal that they scored, which I really wasn't happy about. And one of the coaches came up to me and he said, "You know you lost the runner on..." I said, "I couldn't even breathe, let alone run." So no, it's not easy to play football when you're welling up like that. So thankfully I came off a few minutes earlier.
And so the next morning, the first morning where you're no longer a professional footballer, waking up, you felt better? You felt worse? Was there a burden that had been lifted
This
off?
is the thing. I'd played professional football for 22 years, and towards the end of my career I had aches and pains back, you know, hamstring, normal kind of things, and obviously the Achilles that I did a few years ago. So I had aches and pains, but I thought the moment I'd finished playing that those aches and pains would go away, but it's worse. It really is. It really is bad. You know, I read a chapter of... I actually read. I read... someone told me when they heard I was retiring, they said, "We'll read this chapter in Andre Agassi's book."
So you're not up to whole books yet, then?
No, just chapters. Just chapters. So I was reading Andre Agassi's book, and there's a chapter in it where he explains at the end of his career, or towards the end of his career, you know, it's a whole chapter about how his routine of getting out of bed in the morning and his first step and then the first 10 steps, and that's exactly how it is. You know, I was waking up kind of in pain from back pain, from Achilles pain, so it takes a while to get over that.
Would you have done it differently? Would you have chosen a different team?
No, I was, you know, he had to play Frank, obviously.
Of course, you have to do that.
He got Tommy's uncle. I'd have brought Jamie back out of retirement.
Get the whole family in.
Yeah.
Get Louise out there.
On the bench.
But he used to get some stick, didn't he, from the West Ham fans in particular.
John, it was...
Because they assumed there was favouritism,
No.
didn't they, I guess?
He was... Listen, I don't know, I did I used to go to the fans' forums and people said, "Why are you playing? Why is Lampard playing?" or whatever. He was a fantastic young player. He had the best attitude, not because he's here, the best attitude of any kid I've ever come across, or any player I've ever come across since I've been in football. I've never seen anybody... Well, I have only seen one person train as hard as him and so determined to be a fantastic player as he was, and that was his dad. And that's where he got it from. Yeah. The old man was incredible, trained morning, afternoon and night, and the kid was the same. So when people used to criticise him, I said, "Listen, he's going to be a fantastic player. He'll play for England one day." Yeah. And I was spot on.
Wow.
You know.
So you're still enjoying managing?
Yeah.
But in managing, am I right in thinking it's one of those jobs where everyone's sitting at home in their armchair, everyone thinks they can do better?
Yeah.
But is there one side, I guess people think they can play as well, isn't there? Some sort you actually bought someone a fan or someone who was screaming insults behind you and you actually brought them on to play? Yeah,
I took a team to Oxford City for a pre-season game. I was manager of West Ham. And, it was a lovely, sunny evening. And we started the game, and there was a guy next to the dugout, big West Ham fan. He had hammers tattooed on his arms, and he had the earrings in, hammers on them. And he started after about 2 minutes. "Harry," said, "we ain't got that Lee Chapman up front again this year. We ain't going to get a decent striker." He kept on about Chapman all first half. He wouldn't leave me alone. "What's he doing, Harry? He's useless. Why are you playing him again?" Anyway, half-time, I made 5 substitutions and put the subs on. It was a friendly game. So the subs go on, got no more subs. After 2 minutes, we get an injury. So now I've only got 10 men. So I turned to him, he's still shouting at me. I went, "Oi," I said, "can you play as good as you talk?" He said, "I'm better than that Chapman." I went, "Come on then, get your gear on, we'll have a look at you." He went, "What do you mean?" I said, "You're playing." He said, "Who for?" I said, "Well, West Ham." He said, "I ain't got any boots." I said, "What size are you?" He said, "9s. I said to Eddie, the kit man, "Eddie, get him a pair of boots." Takes him up the changing room. He gets changed. He comes waddling back. He's got feet like this, right? Skinhead, tattoos everywhere, earrings in. Gets to the touch, he's coming on. He said, where do you want me to play?" I said, "Go up front." I said, "I want to see if you're better than Lee Chapman." So he goes on.
Hold on, this was you just had it with him, just giving you the...
stick all through the game.
Time, yeah.
So he's gone on. The guy comes down, true story, from the tannoy system, the assistant, comes down, he wants to announce on the tannoy who's coming on, so the people know who's on. He said, "Harry, who's the sub? Who's number 16? I said, "Who's number 16? I said, "Ain't you been watching the World Cup? Chichi Shaev, the Bulgarian striker." He went, "Oh, I thought it was him." And he came on, played up front. He came on, played up front, scored a goal. And I've got to be honest, on the night, he was better than Chapman.
Scoring the goal that won it for us, especially after having, what, a year and a half off for injury?
Yeah, 11 months out for injury. To come back and score the winner, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Surreal.
Yeah. Are you someone who likes to relive it? Have you watched that moment back often?
Yeah, I think I watch it every day, to be fair. But honestly, every time I watch it, everything that I see changes, and the noise of the crowd, for me in that moment, it was silent, but every time I watch it back, the roar of the crowd gives me goosebumps still today.
And so when you watch it back now, though, you pick up these other details, and is it... Because you didn't get it with the first kick, did you?
Yeah, it was a toe punt. Probably the worst goal I've ever scored in my career.
Yeah, because it's not like an elegant goal. I've seen you score elegant goals. That one, it was kind of a scrabble in the moment, wasn't it?
Yeah, I tried to hold off the defender, and I felt like I was falling backwards, and I just stretched out a toe and got anything on it. And in the moment, I was like, right, is she going to give VAR, like, is she going to disallow it? So I was like, right, I need to make sure it's a goal first, and then after that, you can see me, like, going to take my top off, and that felt like for ages. And then after that, yeah, wild.
So you were planning to do that? That was a goal celebration you were planning to do?
No, it was never planned. It was just in the moment. I was like, right, I'm just taking my top off.
Yeah. Is there a special someone in your life right now?
A few.
Honesty. OK. And of the few specials...
I have to figure it out.
Yeah, which is that... You'll figure it out. OK, do they know they're competing?
Some ones know, yeah.
OK. You must be exhausted. But do you have is it hard meeting people? Obviously, may I say this? You're a very beautiful man.
Well... normal.
No, this is normal. This is slightly below normal in actual fact. But no, you're an attractive man. But I wonder, with the attention and with the focus on your life and with the interest from the press and so on, is it tough for you to make that first move, to trust someone the first time?
Well, it's not easy, of course. Now, to speak serious, it's not easy. I know 50% they approach just for interesting. It's normal, not just me, but all the people who are famous, they have this kind of problems. But in another way, I think I'm a confidence guy. I'm tall, I have all teeth, so I have a nice body.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes the other 50%, it's because,
Because they like you.
Yes, I think so.
You're a good-looking piece of meat.
Yeah.
That's right. There, look at that.
Not bad, eh?
I don't want to be like Alex Ferguson, but my advice would be let someone else say that first. That's you doing the Hulk, isn't it? Is that your kind of Hulk celebration thing?
It was in a Champions League final.
I love the fact you're just enjoying that photograph.
It looks bad, but the knee's worse.
Could we have a look at it?
Just a little look.
OK. And what have you done to your shoulder?
I've dislocated my AC joint.
Oh! Why on earth would you show us that?
So what I could actually do is have an operation to put it back in, but it doesn't give any problems. And my wife quite likes the idea of me looking a bit deformed when I'm out on the beach and stuff like that.
To keep everyone else away?
Keep everybody away.
Yeah.
Not that the belly does that, but...
But seriously, you're not going to have that pop back in?
No, aesthetically you could have it so it looks bad, but I mean, they say, why have an operation if you don't need it?
Well, I'll tell you why, John. So you don't like you've got a hamster growing out your shoulder. That's why.
I'm trying
Harry,
to...
would you have it pop back in?
I think I would, yeah. But no, it's a shame. I was looking forward to John playing. I mean, John was some
He was
player.
amazing.
Amazing.
Because, of course, the players of my age, like myself, David Seaman, we played at a time when the culture was, going out and doing what we did.
Harry
managed it both, when all of a sudden that culture changed to be more professional.
Because back then you didn't have nutritionists taking care of you in the same way, and you didn't have the awareness of, like, diet.
No, but look, when we played in the 80s, pre-match meal I had, and everybody had, was a fillet steak. This is like 1 o'clock, 12:30, had a fillet steak before we played at 3 o'clock.
To give you energy to get
then
to the match.
Wenger came and messed it up for everybody.
Followed by rice pudding.
Yeah.
I mean, couldn't you imagine anything worse to eat? A big fillet steak, loads of toast and a big plate of rice pudding after. That would be about 1 o'clock time you actually got your meal, sometimes 1:15. You're kicking off at 3 o'clock and you've got to run around with that in your,
But
in
why?
your stomach.
But someone must have turned around and said, you know what, I don't feel great. Maybe I'll just skip the rice pudding
Well,
today.
you just dropped him, didn't you, if you couldn't put up with it?
Yeah.
In Liverpool, for example, with Ronald Moran, God rest his soul, one of the old coaches, they had these idiosyncrasies, and he said you couldn't have any bread because when something comes out, a new fad that you can't have this, you can't have that, so there's no bread. But you can have as much toast as you want. So they said have loads of toast, and then we'll get the waitress to bring bread out, and he'll be going, take that bread away, we can't have any bread, but have some more toast.
Jill, you proposed quite a long while ago to Shelley, did you?
I did actually.
But you haven't got married yet?
No, it's so nerve-wracking though when you're preparing for a proposal. I had like the ring in my backpack, and I think I used to just walk around with this backpack on, like without knowing, and she thought I was actually leaving. She thought I was leaving. And then I think I had this big plan and it didn't work, and I just threw her the ring and said, will you marry us? And it's like 5 years later and she keeps going, when are we going to set the date? But, well, if you'll come and sing, I'll
Wow. Well, this is the opportunity, right? To ask. Wait, do you have a date yet?
No, we don't. But if you'll come and sing...
You can lock in.
I'll do
So
it
you
tomorrow.
can work around. So if Craig gives you his schedule...
Yeah.
Sunday could be...
A Sunday could be OK, because you know what he does on a Saturday,
Exactly,
so Sunday
yeah.
is the day to go.
Will you not be too tired? No? It'll be OK.
He's still in the prime of youth, look at him.
We've got a little something in the gas can. Do you know what, though? Genuinely, just let us know.
Oh, brilliant.
Maybe it's the moment. Maybe like this. Let's, like, make it...
The worst challenge, I think, was at the end, the last one. I kept saying I don't like rats, so they plan it so they actually give you something you really... So I end up in this coffin with about 40 rats crawling all over me. I mean, Matt Hancock's going to...
He'll be fine doing that. He's used to it.
Won't be a problem.
There you go. Sindhu, have they asked you, would you do it?
I wouldn't do it because if I did, my kids would ask for legal emancipation from the family. And, yeah, I don't think I can do that. I like my kids. I like them, they're fine. But, you know, I do love them that much that I wouldn't do it, no.
And
it's not for
Jamie,
me.
I have to ask you, though, because your dad did so well, you would be... They must have asked you.
I got asked the next year.
Wow.
My agent called me up and said, would you like to go on? And you couldn't follow that.
No.
It was impossible. He was so funny, so kind, and obviously the relationship with my mum.
Yeah.
But if I was ever going to do it, it would have to be this year. Because you're not going to do a challenge. Matt Hancock is going to do every challenge.
Yeah.
You can just sit there like that, can't you? Wait, how did you get, Matt?
If there is one, what is the secret of making it work for that long and being
I don't
as
know,
close as you are?
we just get on great, honestly.
The whole time?
The whole time. I know it seems stupid to say to people, we don't have... you know, I can have a row. I mean, I can be a bit short. I think when you're a football manager, you can't keep being nice. You're going to have days... But you couldn't row with my missus if you try. She's so placid. Yeah. And if I get the she goes, look, calm down, look at you, calm down. And I go, all right. And that's the end of the argument. Yeah.
So she knows how to diffuse you.
Absolutely.
I've never seen them argue.
Wow.
Say that. No, never.
But that's also because you don't tell her to calm down. That would not... You can't say that to a woman.
When you have had a disagreement, OK, which obviously Sandra has diffused, what would the disagreement... What sort of things have you disagreed about? I'm not trying to start trouble here.
No.
I heard...
I know one thing.
Nothing major.
Tell me
There's
Jamie.
one thing.
Yeah?
Yeah, horses.
Horses.
Horses?
Oh, she does moan about the horses, yeah. I'm a big... Yeah. I'm a racehorse owner. I buy racehorses.
How many have you got?
Well, Mum will be watching this programme, I think. So I've got 18.
So officially, how many have you got that you've told Sandra about?
She knows about one.
18?
In fact, I had a runner the other week, John. It's true. I'm watching it, and Sandra came in the room, and I said, "My horse is running. Look, it's going to win. It's going to win." Oh, she said, "I didn't think that was the name of it." I said, "No, we changed the name." But no, the bills go straight to my accountants, lucky enough. So
She's going to get suspicious if every time one wins, you've changed the name.